Hi everyone, welcome to Murthy IT. So if you're watching first time my channel, please subscribe and refer our friends about my channel. So today we are going to discuss about Fibonacci series. So Fibonacci series by using Fibonacci series based on the count. So here count means, so if you give 10, we need to print first 10 numbers of Fibonacci series. So first 10 numbers. If you give 5 means first five numbers of the Fibonacci series. That is the requirement. Okay. So that is the requirement. Let's see that how to write. So for example, input equal to 10. Input equal to 10 and so here we are printing 10 Fibonacci series. First 10 Fibonacci series numbers we need to print. No? So here I'm taking starting number 1 equal to 0, number 2 equal to 1. Okay. Now I'm taking the logic, this logic, whatever it is there in for loop. I want to execute whatever input we are giving. Those many Fibonacci series numbers we need to print, right? That's what we need to put I less than or equal to given input. Okay, here 10 will come. Those many times, whatever value we put here, those many times this logic will be executed. So at the time of first iteration, what we are doing? So we are printing the number 1 value. So in number 1 value, what is there? In number 1 variable, what value is there? 0. So 0 printed. So what I'm telling here, next line, in the next line, into temp equal to number 1 plus number 2. In number 1, what value is there? 0. Number 2, 1. So 0 plus 1, 1. So in currently, in temp variable, 1 value is there. Remember that point. So what next, in the next line, what we are telling here, number 1 equal to number 2. In number 2, what value is there? 1 is there. So then this whatever value having number 2 variable, that will be storing in number 1. Whenever we are storing, the previous value will be replaced with the new value. So now 0 replaced by 1. So finally last statement, what? Number 2 equal to temp. So in number 2, what value is there? Now 1 is there. In temp also, what value is there? 1 is there. So now in number 2, old value will be replaced by the new value. Old one replaced by the new one. Okay. So so in temp variable, what value is there? 1. So 1 replaced by 1. So at the first iteration finished, at the time of first iteration finished, the 0 printed. So in the next iteration, it should be print 1. So how it will be printed? Let's check. So at the time of when I equal to 2, I less than or equal to 10. Okay. So condition is true here. Here actually, so we are printing in this line number 1. So as of now, in number 1, what value is there, sir? 1 is there. That number will be printed. So then after, what we are doing here, into temp equal number 1 plus number 2. So 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, how much? 2. So 1 replaced by 2. Now number 1 equal to number 2. So in number 1 value, in number 1 variable, what value is there? 1 is there. So number 2, what value is there? 1 is there. So in number 1, one value replaced by 1. Now what we are telling here, number 2 equal to temp. So number 2 equal to, in temp, what value is there, sir? In temp 2 is there. Then 1 replaced by 2. So at the time of 2 iteration finished, 0, 1 printed. So now at the time of third iteration, now number 1 value, what is there? 1 is there. That will be printed. So then next step, what we are telling, number 1 plus number 2. 1 plus 2, how much, sir? 3. Then 2 replaced by 3. So here 1 plus 2, number 1 plus number 2 we are doing now. 1 plus 2, 3. now number 1 equal to number 2. So number 2 is there, 1 replaced by 2. So here 1 replaced by 2. Now number 2 equal to temp. So in number 2, 2 values there, temp variable 3 values there, then 2 replaced by 3. So at the time of third iteration, third 3 iterations are finished. Now fourth iteration. Fourth iteration, now number 1 value, what is there, sir? What value is there in number 1 variable? What value stored? 2 is 2 stored. Now that 2 will be printed like that until 10 iterations. Actually already we finished 4 iterations. Until remaining 6 iterations, like that it will be called and updated. So finally whatever our required first 10 Fibonacci series numbers will be printed. So the same program, let's check, shall we check the programmatically how to implement that thing. So now int input equal to let's take 10. Int can take any number, not an issue about it. Okay, number 1 equal to 0. Int number 2 equal to int number 2 equal to 1. Then we need to take a for loop with the index. Come on. Okay, now here is I less than or equal to 10. 10 means what, sir? We need to take input. So I less than or equal to input, sir. Okay, come on. Here, remove the space. So first we need to print the number 1 variable value. Sys out. Sys out. System dot out dot printer. Sys out control space. So here I want to print number 1 plus, then immediately we need to calculate int temp equal to number 1 plus number 2. Then number 1 equal to number 2. Number 1 equal to number 2. Number 2 equal to what, sir? Number 2 equal to temp. Yeah, that's it, the logic. Simple. That's it, the logic. So run a Java application. So I want to print first 10 digits. Now we should not. So here I should start with 1. So if it starts with first 51, actually first 11 will be printed. Now first 10 digits. I don't want to take print ln. I want to print in horizontally. So I'm taking like this. So run as Java application. See, first 10 digits printed. So this is about based on the count printing the Fibonacci series numbers. So thanks everyone. Have a great